and understanding that this is a soft launch and uh, the feedback, I welcome it. That's what we need to have in order to make a better product. I can't assume that what we're doing is the right way without people saying, "Hey, can we do this?" or "I'm having problems with this." There's a lot of different um, platforms we have to take in consideration from the Macs and the PCs, but also tablets. And how do we get people on mobile? You have, 4 billion devices that are on everyone's hip at all times a day. So we need to be able to tap into that as a function. So on the roadmap, there is a mobile app um, that we're going to be developing that won't allow someone to walk through, but still allow them to communicate with people that are in their contact list, um, to be able to help businesses promote with AR technology so that if they have a venue inside the metaverse or they are promoting a climate project or something like that, you don't necessarily have to be inside the metaverse to get the information. It's it's understanding that there's different ways of getting someone's attention, and at the end of the day, we want to pull them back into the platform so that they can experience what the metaverse really has to offer. So some of the takeaway um, that we're doing is avatars, of course. We want to make sure that we encompass all different cultures and different types of styles. So we're going to be enhancing the avatar, of course, the names. We're going to make sure we fix that. We did have some mic issues, but we need to have some knowledge base where the aspect of the mics can be addressed if you're having problems and cameras. Someone did mention Ready Player Me. Big fan of theirs. We will do some integration with them. That is the goal. We're not trying to be the only person in the game. What we want to do is uh, integrate with everybody else so that we have something to showcase the world that this is where we need to head. Our mission, our goal is to create interoperability. We are not looking to be a monopoly. That's not the vision statement of the World Metaverse Council, and that's why we're doing it this way, starting from scratch, so that we have proprietary rights to what we're doing, and we can create a framework that other people can follow. We want to be able to give this technology to cities so they can build off it, make it better, but connect to what we've built so that other people who have done the exact same thing have a similar starting point. And this is no different than how WordPress, for example, did the plugins. They had a base foundation, a website builder, and then developers build plugins to make it better. And that's really what we want to do. We want to make it the metaverse a better place. And all the feedback that I'm getting has been very positive. And I've told my team, you know, don't get discouraged. This is feedback that we need to make a better instance at the end of the day. What I would be asking a lot of people is to jump in with me over the next couple of weeks on a one-on-one kind of feedback tour. So it would be groups of 2 or 3 people that will jump in at the exact same time when you have the ability to, and just walk me through what you think. Give me feedback from your perspective in your industry, from your country even, how we can embrace what you do and what you feel that would be beneficial to your audience, and everything from university students to professionals, government, and associations out there. The more feedback, the more ambassadors we have that are getting something out of it, that'll be motivation. I know what it's like to be part of a group and not to be heard. So we really want to make sure that everyone has a voice. And if you can help contribute to it, awesome, fantastic. But the goal really is to really make a product that we can put on LinkedIn and say, hey, jump in here. Um, we're not there yet, but we're going to get there. In the next, just to give you some idea of the milestones and stuff we're working on, Over the next 3 months, we will be integrating procedural generated dynamic storefronts and rooms. What that means is the goal is someone be able to register and pick a point on our grid. So if you can imagine a grid where all the rooms are, they'll pick an available grid and they'll be able to generate a storefront, a studio, a room, and that'll be theirs for as long as the as we can do it for. And then same time, I have a team of AI developers who are integrating a kind of like a chat GPT, but using open source modeling so that the information that is used is not put into Microsoft or any of the large corporations. We're looking at creating our own dedicated server so that you'll be able to train your own language models and make sure that your content and your proprietary information isn't out into the public. It's only secured inside the campus itself. And that way you can bring people into your metaverse world and have them interact with an avatar 24/7 and get feedback from that. Again, it goes to how do we provide a tool set to businesses that they can then take off and prosper from it and make the world a little bit more equal. Because right now we know that the large corporations are just putting a stranglehold on everything. So comments, feedback, I'm here.
Daniel, I'll jump in quickly. I want to first and foremost say, like, congratulations on the work done so far. Like what you're setting out to do, as someone who works in the different game engines as well as in different metaverse platforms, what you're doing and what you're setting out to do is ambitious. Like there's entire textbooks talking about the limitations and the problems of doing what you're doing. So yeah, hats off to you and your team. I know it's a small team and I know like there's a lot of work that's gone into it. So I just want to compliment you on that. I also want to say that I'm very happy to jump in and give feedback and beta test and stress test with you.
Wonderful.
But you know that already. And I think kind of what we're seeing today and the difficulties that we're having is exactly what today's document that we're helping prepare is about. It's like these are the challenges of an interoperable open metaverse. Like it needs to be built from the ground up. It's not something that you can just plug and play yet. But I love the idea of being able to create a repository of plugins down the line and APIs and SDKs so that people can bring their things in and just kind of pair them in. And I think Ready Player Me is a good example of that. And the reason I suggested it was because the onboarding of avatars does take longer because you have to go through a couple of steps to upload a photograph, choose your outfit and so on. So a random avatar is also a good solution. But if I already have a Ready Player Me avatar, I'm going to want to bring it in because I, spend time developing that. But yeah, that's it from my side. I think huge congratulations and yes, there's still work to go, but like you made a lot of progress. Well done.
Thank you. And 100% on the I have a Ready Player Me avatar, and I would just rather click on and walk in. But we do have to, on the same point, do have to make sure that we can give our avatar module to a city and that they can then take that and run with it. And they don't have to be beholden to Ready Player Me because, the fact of the matter is they're going to be bought by somebody. And then what? So we want to make sure that we have a solution for emerging countries, different areas of the world that are just starting out. And we want to give them the tool set that are equal on par with, what else is out there.
Maybe from my side, of course, congratulations, Daniel. But I would like to hear from all of you who were actually inside what was actually happening to you, because I believe some of you didn't hear us, or you could hear us, but you could not speak. Can you share a little bit this with us, please? Maybe Al, please.
Hey, hello. It's just Al, by the way. Del Deegan is my last name. Good job. This is a pretty, as Malcolm said, it's a pretty ambitious project. I think it's really cool. I was able to go in yesterday and run around and mess around with some stuff, and it was fun. Today I went in. Every single avatar that was in there had my name over their head, which I thought was odd. There was a video at the end of the room where once I walked in there, it just kept playing, and no matter where I went in the building, I could hear the video.
I know.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know my feedback because it's my first time.
I appreciate it.
But no, I think that, you know, it was working well for the kind of the core functionality where you could choose your avatar and randomize it and customize it. I played with all that stuff. I noticed that when I created an avatar and saved it, and then when I came back today, I had to create a new avatar, and then so that part of it was interesting. But I think one of the things that I didn't catch on here was, you know, where the main hub of communication is going to be. Is it going to be in the WhatsApp channel that was created? Is that where we're going to get our main back and forth on this, or are we doing it through the main Metaverse channel, which is quite busy? I want to, like Malcolm said, I want to be involved. I want to help you guys out and do testing as necessary. I just don't know where or how to be connected in.
So the Alexandra created a new WhatsApp group for everyone that had signed up for the, and so we'll do all the communication there. And what I'll wind up doing is just letting people know on this date and time, I'm going to be jumping in. I would love anyone who can make it to jump in randomly, so that it can be done in a way that mimics real world, because people will just jump in and jump out. We're leaving it open, so you can jump in at any time. We've created the launchers to be automatic updates. So when you see the bar starts going, that means we've done an update. So it's downloading either new assets or new code for that. So you won't have to download an executable every single time. But yeah, so what we're going to be doing is fixing that avatar issue first. Once we get that done, where you can save your profile, the avatar name, those are the two things we want to fix first. And that's the first thing I'm going to want to test out with people, so that we can log in and see, and make sure I can also see your skins, you know, so that what you put is what I see. And then the next step is just to make sure that the audio and camera devices are working effectively for everybody. Once that's done, those are two core parts of that. I think the next step from that is chat and contact list. So being able to create friends and maintaining those friends, being able to invite them. After that, the next part is to teleport to a friend's location. And that way I can click on my contact list, teleport to where I am. And that allows people to really play around and not get lost in that. There's a whole bunch of other stuff, like I talked about the AI component. What I'm doing on that side is creating a chat GPT text app first, but I'm not using chat GPT. I'm using I'm either going to look at Orca or Falcon or something, Llama even, the open source version of it, and replicate that chat GPT interface. Once I have that done, then the next step is to create the APIs from that to very specific avatars. And the idea behind that, I know this sounds ambitious, but I'm actually working on it. I've just hired 2 AI developers to do it. Is in every room, the avatar would be very specific to that organization and that company's knowledge base. And that way I can walk into the UN, and that AI will talk about everything UN related. Then I walk into the Commonwealth. That avatar has no idea what's going on in the UN world, but can talk about the Commonwealth. That would lead later on to sales avatars. So being able to walk into a fashion store and say, here's the fashion line. Would you like me to bring up a video on that? Here's a link on that, or an event that's going on. What I'm hoping to be able to do is for MetaCop 28 in Dubai is to have a bunch of rooms that have AI components to it and can showcase the talk about a climate project in particular. So I can walk in and not just watch a video, but I can ask the avatar, so what state are we at in this project? Who is involved? And that avatar can respond to the questions. I think with something like that, that makes it a lot more of a utility that showcases jump into the metaverse. Here is something you can't get on the web. Here is something you can't get on mobile app because the avatars in here are AI infused and you can only access them in the metaverse. And that, besides all the carbon footprint that you reduce by entering the metaverse, there still needs to be a utility factor of, hey, I can only do this in the metaverse. So that's why I'm jumping in there. And then, of course, like I said, the dynamic procedural generated is really so that I can start to onboard influencers, maybe musicians, so that they can bring their fans into the metaverse in a way that allows people to explore real users. We all know that people will spend a lot of time in line to go see a concert or to buy a t-shirt from a musician or an athlete. So I think they would follow them into their own metaverse world. And when they jump into the metaverse world, if there's other things to do, then that's where businesses will come in. And that's why we want to have the whole metaverse storefront available, which is already built, by the way. So we have an entire marketplace on Web 2 that's built, and we're going to be integrating that with the storefronts. And so you'll be able to just jump into a store, a metaverse store, and the products will be pulled from the Web 2 marketplace. And as I showed you with the, I don't know if you guys saw it, but we have game cubes with points. That's the gamification component. The gamification component allows, again, comes back to, I can only do this in the metaverse. I can get points, I can play games, and those points can be redeemed only inside the metaverse for discounts inside the storefronts. So as you can see, the ecosystem we're building is, of course, what you saw today. Then the AI component is tapping into what exactly is going on in the world today, the hype and the utility of the AI, but then bringing in the influencers, the musicians, and the business community. And it creates a real world scenario that I can have a group of university students create their own area and put it in their own businesses. I can have right next to them a group of climate project specialists, have their project promoted, taught with AI, and so they can educate people. And then slowly but surely, we introduce this to different cities around the world and have them use the exact same thing, and everything's connected.
Brilliant. One last question before I go. Do we know what the capacity is of the metaverse that you're building?
Yeah, so right now we have a capacity of 100 users in an area. What we're doing is layering the room set. So once it reaches maximum, it creates a new room, and then you enter that. If you, from a coding aspect, if you have a friends list and you jump into a room, it's going to look at your contact list, and if you jump into a room, it'll more than likely put you in the same room as your contact list. That way you can find the people you want to find. And you'll be able to generate your own private rooms. So same instance, same look and feel, but Malcolm, you and I want to have a session with today, and we want to meet in this room. So we set up a private room, we put a password in it, I send you the link, and you jump in. Thanks, Al.
Super. Somebody else? Maybe Stella? Or Sylvia, were you inside the metaverse?
Oh, sorry, did you say?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we are getting the feedback of the testing of the opening of the Metaverse, and I'm asking if you are able to join or
Yeah,
yeah.
I tried twice because it got stuck. So so the first time I couldn't move, so I logged out and I reopened it, and then the second time there were multiple Sylvias, so I could see I could see it's about 3 or 4 Sylvias, and then but I could move one at least, and then I start moving around, but I wasn't sure with a map, so I think having a map that would help, because also when I was trying to get into another room, I wasn't able to go in. It took me like a while. Maybe I don't know if because there were some stairs.
I noticed that too, Sylvia. I had to press spacebar to get in.
Oh, I see.
And I think that's just a design aspect. Like they didn't coordinate the XYZ properly on the wall. So
were you able to hear us? Did you hear us?
No.
No. Did you put the mic on?
The mic was yeah, I put the mic on. Well, my mic was muted, but I put the mic on. Yeah.
But you okay? Next time unmute the mic, because probably this is connected. But second most important thing then is to fix the sound, that everybody will be able to hear everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Borut, what was happening to you? You couldn't enter. Borut.
Hi, sorry. Yeah, no. I entered finally. Actually, I was using old application. So it was
Okay.
so once I downloaded new version, I entered. Yeah, but I was a bit confused inside. That's. But I found out how to move in the other rooms to jump. Okay, yeah.
So the map also, the map makes sense. Map.
yeah, no, it's a good point, Sylvia, and I'll put that on my to-do list as well.
Ayodel, are you with us? Ayodel. Thank you, Borut.
Thank you, Borut.
He's not here. Alexandra.
Yes, I'm here.
Ayodel, please.
Yes, I just went to the first part. My connection was giving me some issues, but what I've gathered so far, I would just like to acknowledge and give praises to what we have built so far. And yeah, I'm here to lend my support to wherever you may need me.
Super, thank you. Thank you a lot. Alexandra.
Well, I had a little struggle with sound. I couldn't hear anything, and my mic was on. That's definitely. And I also had the troubles to get in. First, it didn't show start button, but when I was in, I could do everything, walk everywhere, see everything. But map is a very good idea because I wasn't sure where everything's happening, so I was just going around and seeing what's happening.
Thank you, Judith. Judith. No Judith with us. Deogratis.
Hiya, this is Stella.
Okay, Stella, please.
Yeah. So I got in, and I think it's kind of like the same kind of experience that I had. So I mean, like I say, well done to congratulations, because at least it's quite exciting to be in there. But the mics, I saw quite a few versions of me in there. I couldn't get into some rooms. So yeah, but all in all, I think, work in progress. So yeah, kudos, well done. Yeah. And I'm a writer, and I've got a tech background. So I'm happy to help with documentation if you need help. So what's that?
Oh, yes. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I do API documentation at the moment. So yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, I will be calling on you.
All right.
Wonderful.
Okay, maybe some feedback to you, Daniel. You were mentioning AI components also with our company. We are now with 2 developers developing avatars powered by AI. So definitely you can count on collaboration.
Fantastic.
Yeah, what we are now trying to do is to bring back some important inventors from our region, starting with Nikola Tesla. So we will be able, of course, then if we will prepare the plugins to put in one room also him. Really exciting, but also it's maybe information to share. It's the next week. I will be in Istanbul, where we will have a meetup. For this meetup, maybe we could prepare that after the meeting that we will have in physical space, that we prepare the one who will come with the computers and they test a little bit. The same we will do in Meetup China on 17th of July, where I think a little bit more people will join. And on next week in Istanbul, I'm attending a conference organized by United Nations Innovation Hub, based for that region in Istanbul, on new ecosystems and new way of collaboration with the main aim to engage people globally. There, of course, I will speak about the great work you guys are doing, we guys are doing, but there also I will propose them that probably in the coffee break, they will be able to try it, of course, and to see it, because the focus of the conference is also to find the new way of crowdfunding the investment for social for project with social impact. So the idea that we have to develop Meta Campus, World Metaverse Campus, to raise also the money to invest it into the impactful project fighting climate change is going in line. So this is additional information, and of course it would be great that after today's opening, these few things will be improved. But of course, I agree, it's step by step. I'm also really happy that I was able to experience everything, and that we are actually heading into the direction that on the first week of December, where we will open the Meta COP in Dubai, the Meta COP will be functioning much more. And of course, what our also really important role is to educate people. You see, out of 600 members, 8 of us appeared. So we have the challenges of adoption. We would really like to have a full Meta COP 28. So this is also a challenge to do and to achieve.
One thing.
Back, do you have something to share with us, please?
Yeah, please. You are talking about Meta COP and COP and in Dubai. So we concluded partnership with GITEX for blockchain, what means that we will have a separate special place in future blockchain summit, so that please plan to showcase that Meta COP 28. I hope it will be upgraded until then, also during GITEX in Dubai. And it would be from 15th to 18th of October. So it would be very good to have something upgraded, because it will be then the showcasing of Web3, Metaverse, blockchain, and so on all together, and really the opportunity.
Please send us this with the dates, with the email. We will have.
I will send everything. Yes.
That we will be able, of course, to set up and also decide who will be backing this. Yes.
Yeah.
The experience, your experience. You are one of the rares who are able to hear us. I think just three of us.
My experience, I wrote because I couldn't talk. My experience, I communicated with you. First, it was quite hard to upload because it's a very huge file. This is the first thing.
Okay.
If we can compact this, then it would be okay. The second, a little bit problems of movement, but maybe also a mistake from my side because I don't play games. But this cursor shall maybe have a little bit better functionality, okay? And the third thing is, no, I just have to say very good start for the beginning. Also very good projections of UN and everything like this. And I liked the space, but the duplication of names, okay. Nina Dokuzo was jumping, actually today was jumping, and I couldn't follow Daniel so fast, but yeah, it will be improved probably in the next steps.
Super.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Just very quickly,
We are
from a
running out of time
blockchain
because we
perspective.
have a time limitation with Zoom, so please wrap it up, Daniel.
Yeah, just from a blockchain perspective, we'll be on the Polygon blockchain. That would be
Okay.
something for next year. We've already done the testing, so we'll be able to sell land spaces. So people will have ownership within the world we're building out, but we'll be on the Polygon blockchain. So moving forward, I'm gonna tell my guys to go to sleep because they've been up for a while, and but then we'll get back onto it.
Polygon, Daniel, I will connect you directly with the organizer of Polygon Labs event taking place tomorrow in Zagreb.
Okay.
They have a tour around the Europe. WMC is a partner. On high level, we are collaborating with them. Please take time, explain to Christian what we are doing. We definitely should go to include ourselves with their startup acceleration program.
Wonderful. I'll do that.
Go to sleep, take a rest a little bit, and see you tomorrow.
Sounds good. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Really
Thank you all.
appreciate it.
Super.
Have a nice
Thank
day.
you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Stay in contact. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.